If women don't respect you, nothing else matters. Not your looks, not your money, not even your so-called nice guy attitude. You might think you're doing everything right, but if you carry these weak attitudes, you're silently killing attraction without even realizing it. Women don't say it out loud, but they feel it. Weakness is sensed, not spoken. And if you show even one of these 10 weak traits, you'll never command the respect and admiration you deserve. This isn't about playing games. This is about becoming a man who naturally earns respect, not just from women, but from the world. If you're ready to stop being overlooked and start being valued, let's get into it. 10 attitudes that make you weak in the eyes of women, and how to fix them with Stoic wisdom. 1. Seeking validation. Constantly, let me be clear, women are repelled by men who constantly seek approval. If you're always fishing for compliments, needing reassurance, or adjusting yourself just to please others, you're sending one loud message: I don't believe in my own worth. A Stoic man, on the other hand, doesn't rely on external validation. He knows his value, whether the world acknowledges it or not. If you want respect, start by respecting yourself first. Stop waiting for someone to tell you you're good enough. Be the man who knows he is. 2. Being overly emotional and reactive. Have you ever seen a man lose his temper over something small? Maybe he blows up over a text that wasn't answered fast enough, or he gets defensive when things don't go his way. Women see this, and instantly, respect drops. Weak men let their emotions control them. Strong men control their emotions. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic emperors, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." A man who can't master his emotions will always be at the mercy of those who can. Stay calm, stay composed. That's where real power is. 3. Lacking purpose and direction. Nothing makes a man more unattractive than drifting through life with no purpose. Women can sense when a man lacks direction. If you're just existing with no drive, no ambition, no goal, you're giving off weak energy. A Stoic man is defined by his mission. He doesn't chase women. He chases his purpose, and as a result, women are drawn to him. Seneca once said, "If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable." Find your direction, and everything, including respect, will start falling into place. 4. Complaining and playing the victim. Listen, life is unfair. Things go wrong. People treat you badly. But if your response is to complain, blame, and feel sorry for yourself, congratulations, you've just labeled yourself as weak. Women admire men who take ownership of their lives. Complaining signals helplessness, and helplessness is the opposite of masculine strength. A Stoic man accepts what he can't control and focuses on what he can. You don't win respect by whining. You win it by standing tall and taking action. 5. Being too available and needy. Here's a harsh truth. If you make a woman the center of your universe, she will eventually see you as insignificant in hers. Men who drop everything for a woman, who reply instantly, who constantly seek attention, they think they're being caring. What they're actually being is needy. A strong man has his own life. He's busy, he values his time, and because of that, women respect him. The Stoics believed in detachment, not in a cold way, but in a way that prevents you from losing yourself in someone else. Set boundaries, have priorities, respect yourself enough to not be at someone's beck and call. 6. Fearing confrontation and conflict. Let's get one thing straight. If you avoid confrontation because you're scared of upsetting people, you are setting yourself up to be disrespected. Conflict is not something to seek, but it's also not something to run from. A man who avoids confrontation at all costs signals weakness, and women can sense it instantly. Think about it. When a situation arises where you need to stand your ground, do you hesitate? Do you find yourself agreeing just to keep the peace? If so, you're sacrificing your self-respect for temporary comfort. The problem? Every time you do this, you lose a piece of yourself. You teach others, especially women, that you are a man who can be easily dismissed. Stoicism teaches us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." If you run from difficult conversations, uncomfortable moments, or necessary conflicts, you're telling the world that you'd rather be agreeable than respected. Women respect men who know how to handle tension calmly and assertively. Not with aggression, not with loudness, but with unshakable confidence. A Stoic man doesn't need to yell to be heard. He doesn't need to threaten to command respect. He speaks with certainty, holds his ground, and never allows himself to be disrespected. If you find yourself avoiding confrontation, stop. Speak your mind. Set boundaries. Be comfortable with disagreement. That's where true strength lies. 7. Lacking emotional control. Nothing screams weakness more than a man who lets his emotions control him. If you get angry over small things, if you react impulsively, if you allow your mood to dictate your behavior, you are showing the world that you lack self-mastery. And make no mistake, women see this immediately. They test for it. They poke, they prod, they push buttons, not because they want to make you mad, but because they want to see what kind of man you really are. Will you crumble? Will you lash out like a child? Or will you remain calm, collected, and in control? The Stoics had one major rule: master yourself, or you will be mastered by others. Epictetus put it best: any person capable of angering you becomes your master. If a woman can make you angry just by saying something, she owns you. If a stranger can ruin your whole day with a comment, they own you. If a situation can make you lose your cool, you are not in control. You are being controlled. A powerful man remains calm under pressure. He does not react emotionally. He responds logically. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It means mastering them. The next time you feel yourself getting irritated, ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Am I reacting or am I choosing my response? Women respect a man who doesn't let petty things shake him. Be that man. 8. Seeking short-term gratification over discipline. Look around. Most men today are weak, not because they lack potential, but because they have zero discipline. They chase instant gratification, always looking for the easiest path. They scroll endlessly on social media. They waste hours on meaningless entertainment. They eat whatever they crave. They hit snooze. They avoid the gym. They distract themselves from reality. And then they wonder why their lives aren't improving. Women respect men of discipline, a man who controls his desires, a man who knows how to delay gratification for a greater reward, a man who chooses self-mastery over self-indulgence. Seneca once said, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." A man without discipline is a slave to his urges, his impulses, his laziness. And a man who is a slave to himself can never be respected by others. The Stoics lived by a simple principle: discomfort breeds strength. The things that are hard, the early mornings, the tough workouts, the disciplined diet, the deep work, those are the things that build a powerful man. Ask yourself, are you choosing comfort or are you choosing growth? Women don't admire men who are ruled by their impulses. They respect men who can say no to distractions and yes to their mission. Start training yourself to resist easy pleasure. The more you control your desires, the stronger you become. 9. Talking more than you listen. A weak man feels the need to constantly prove himself. He talks too much, brags too often, and dominates conversations, not because he's confident, but because he's insecure. Women notice this immediately. A man who constantly needs to be heard is a man who lacks true confidence. A strong man doesn't need to announce his worth. He carries it silently. The Stoics believed in the power of silence and observation. Epictetus taught that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason: to listen twice as much as we speak. The most powerful men in history were not the loudest. They were the ones who listened, understood, and then spoke with precision. Women are drawn to men who are mysterious, observant, and deliberate with their words. A man who speaks only when necessary commands more respect than a man who never stops talking. Here's how you fix this. Speak less. Listen more. Observe before you respond. Make every word count. Master silence, and you will master respect. 10. Lacking self-respect and standards. This is the ultimate killer of respect, not just from women, but from the world. If you don't respect yourself, why should anyone else? If you allow people to mistreat you, if you tolerate disrespect, if you lower your standards just to be liked, you are signaling weakness. And women? They sense it immediately. A strong man has boundaries. He doesn't accept disrespect, not from friends, not from employers, and definitely not from women. He walks away from anything that does not align with his values. The Stoics lived by one rule: never compromise your principles for external approval. Think about the men you admire most. Are they the ones who bend over backward for approval? Or are they the ones who stand firm in their beliefs no matter what? A woman cannot respect a man who does not respect himself. If you tolerate bad treatment, you are teaching her that you have no value. The solution? Know your worth. Set your standards. Enforce them without fear. If someone crosses a line, speak up. If someone disrespects you, walk away. If a situation doesn't serve you, leave. Because here's the truth. A man who respects himself will always be respected by others. These 10 weak attitudes will destroy your respect, your confidence, and your relationships. But here's the good news. You can change all of them. Women respect men of action. Men who command respect, not beg for it. Men who stand firm, who control their emotions, who pursue discipline over comfort. Master yourself, and the world will follow. If this video opened your eyes, don't just sit there. Take action. Start applying these principles today. Respect is earned, not given. But here's the deal. You're not on this journey alone. Join a community of men who are leveling up, becoming stronger, wiser, and unshakable. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on content that sharpens your mind. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share this video. Help another man break free from weakness and step into his power. Stay disciplined, stay strong, stay stoic.